What's up, YouTube? I know I ain't been on here in a little hot minute, but I'm about to be doing my grandpa ancestry DNA results today. Now, I actually got him to take this test last year, so it ain't nothing new, but it be updating and stuff. So I'm gonna show the results before and I'm gonna show the after results, like when it be updating and stuff. And I'm gonna show the community some matches. Well, journeys now, they call it journeys on Ancestry. They didn't change it up, but yeah. Now my grandpa, he from Nacogdoches, Texas. His mama is from Tipton, Shelby County, Texas, and his daddy is from Alexandria, Louisiana. So yeah, y'all gonna see all that. But yeah, I ain't gonna make the intro too long. I'm gonna jump straight into it, bro. All right, so here go my grandpa DNA results before they updated. Now this is, okay, ethnicity estimate, 40% Nigeria, 21% Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu peoples, 12% Mali, 9% Benin and Togo, 4% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 4% Sweden and Denmark, 3% Scotland, 2% Senegal, 1% Southern Bantu peoples, and 1% Northern India, 1% Indigenous North America, and 1% England and Northwestern Europe, and 1% Ireland. Now, in total, my grandpa got 89% African DNA, and then all the rest is non-black. See, the Northern India, and then the Indigenous American, all the rest is European. So, yeah, I still don't know where that Northern India come from. That's odd to me. I don't know where it come from for real, but the communities. Now, this was before they changed it to journeys. You feel me? Look, East Texas and Oklahoma African Americans. My second great grandparents, which is my grandpa's grandparents, they actually left Louisiana to move to they moved to Oklahoma because it was real bad racism for one, and two, you feel me? It was like the job opportunities was bad out there too. But my great grandpa, which is my grandfather's dad, he stayed and he went from Louisiana to Texas, to Nacogdoches, Texas. So he just stayed down here in Texas. So that's why we still out here. But we still got family out there in Oklahoma. So the communities, East Texas and Oklahoma African Americans, then Southern Piney Woods, Texas and Louisiana African Americans, and early Southern U.S. African Americans. All right, now I'm gonna show y'all when it had recently updated. All right, so now we're about to get into the updated DNA results. So for West Africa, we got 36% Nigeria, 17% Benin and Togo, 12% Mali, 6% Ivory Coast and Ghana, 2% North Central Nigeria, 1% Senegal, 1% Central West Africa. Now for Central Africa, we got 7% Western Bantu peoples, 6% Cameroon. For England, 5% Southeastern England and Northwestern Europe. South Africa, we got 2% Southern Bantu peoples, 1% for Bengal Delta in the Eastern Himalayas. So that Northern India DNA was Bengali this whole time. That's still confusing to me. And then 1% Indigenous Americans from Canada, United States, and 1% Nordic, Iceland. Then Celtic and Gaelic, I got 1% Southern Wales and 1% Connacht. I don't know how to say that. Connacht, Ireland. But yeah, his DNA really just went from 89% African to 90% African. And now the journeys or communities, journeys now, but yeah, it's still the same. East Texas and Oklahoma African Americans, Southern Piney Woods, Texas and Louisiana African Americans, early Southern U.S. African Americans, Central Southern U.S. African Americans. I'm gonna show y'all where my great grandpa Artist Lee Jenkins was. So yeah, my grandpa is Bobby Roy Jenkins. My second great grandpa, the father of Artist Jenkins, is Henry Jenkins from DeSoto Parish, Louisiana. My third great grandpa was Oscar Jenkins. He was from Georgia. He went to Louisiana when he was like 19. But yeah, my great grandpa, he from Alexandria, Louisiana. That's like, hold on, where is that? There you go, right there. I don't know why Nacogdoches not showing on the map. That's where my grandpa from, but I'm still trying to find my fourth great grandfather, the father of Oscar Jenkins. I know that he was from Georgia too, but I don't know exactly where at. That's still a mystery. But yeah, I'm about to show y'all some matches now. All right, so there go Nacogdoches. You had to zoom in real close for it to show. This ain't gonna show, but yeah, this is where my daddy and my grandpa from. But I've been talking about the paternal side too much. I'm gonna talk about the maternal side now. My grandpa, mama, her name was Tommy Lee Benjamin. She was born in Tipton, which is down here in Shelby County, Tipton, Shelby County. Her mama, her name was Mary Blount. She was born in Center, which is down here. Hold on, let me show you. Where's Center at? Oh, there you go, right there. Yeah, this is Center. This is in Shelby County. Her daddy, Thomas Benjamin, he was born in Panola County, which is up here. Hold on. Yeah, Gary City, Carthage, and Beckville. These is in all in Panola County. So I don't know which exact town he was born in, but yeah, my Mary Blount, she actually moved down there to Orange, Texas. So I got family down there in Orange, Texas. That's more further east though, by like Beaumont and shit, I think. But yeah, it's real country out there. And so Thomas Benjamin, which is my second great grandpa, his daddy, Harry Benjamin, was born in South Carolina. That's my third great grandpa. He was born in 1816. And yeah, his mama, her name was Rosie Lewis. She was born in Alabama. And Mary Blount, her parents are Albert Blount. He was born in Shelby County too. And Mary Evans is her mama. She was born in 1870 in Texas. I don't even know which part of Texas she was from though, Mary Evans. Me and my brother still trying to find that out. I'm looking at all this stuff in my notes because I can't really remember all of it off the dome. I just know like my great parents, you feel me, for like my great and my second grades, but the thirds and stuff, my brother, he could just name it off the dome because he got like 5,000 something people in his genealogy tree or whatever on Ancestry. Me, I only got like 900, you feel like 900 people on mine, so he real cold with this shit, I ain't gonna lie. But Eisen Blount Sr. is Albert Blount parents. So Eisen Blount is my fourth great grandpa. He was born in 1827 in Virginia. And Harriet Garrett is my fourth great grandma from Tennessee. She was born in 1830. She actually got that last name Garrett from the plantation owner. The plantation owner had brought them down to San Augustine, Texas. So that plantation is still out there to this day. It's called the Garrett Plantation. It's in San Augustine. You can look that up. I'm about to show y'all that, matter of fact. All right, so this is it right here, the William Garrett Plantation, y'all, in San Augustine, Texas. It just enslaved people built the house in 1861 with lumber from a Garrett sawmill and rock from a Garrett quarry. Bro, it's so crazy just looking at the pictures of the place your ancestor was enslaved at. Like, you feel you're not gonna always trace it back to a certain plantation sometimes, but I was able to with this ancestor. Now, this was really the whole point of me really taking the DNA test. I was trying to find more on my Jenkins side because I'm stuck at my third great grandpa, Oscar Jenkins. He was born in 1873, but I found another match. She was from Terrell County, Georgia, and it was a census record of Oscar Jenkins over there, and it matched around the same age he was at, and the father of that Oscar Jenkins had the same name as my second great grandpa. His name was Henry Jenkins. So I like, well, maybe my second great grandpa was named after his grandpa. So But I still need more confirmation. But before I just add them to my tree, because I don't want to just be adding somebody random to my tree the whole time that's not even my, you know what I'm saying, my actual ancestor. My grandpa showed up on her DNA test as an uncle. She been trying to find her daddy her whole life. So I already knew it was one of my grandpa brothers. So I messaged her from my main account and had showed her my grandpa brothers and stuff. So she could know like which one is her real daddy. I already knew who it was, you know what I'm saying? Because he looked just like her. So that's why I knew, like, you got a lot of people now that try to discredit DNA, but I'm telling you, when you get them matches and the matches come back from your DNA results, everybody that you related to that took the DNA test, they gonna show up, bro. That shit is not no fake shit, but you feel me? This is my grandpa's first cousin. Her grandma is my great grandma's sister. So yeah. All right, now I want to show the African DNA matches. With the African DNA match, you gotta scroll like all the way at the bottom, bro. Like, since we shared just a little bit of DNA with them now, but you feel me? Like, you gotta scroll from the 8 centimorgan DNA range to 13 centimorgans of DNA. That's the most like you gonna find that. But yeah, it took me like a whole day to scroll through all of the DNA matches. It was definitely worth what I found though. But yeah, he's a fifth through eighth cousin on my grandpa paternal side. He shared 10 centimorgans of DNA with my grandpa. He's half Igbo and a quarter Yoruba. And then this one is what in Wonkwell. I don't know how you say that name, his surname, but yeah, he Igbo related on my grandpa maternal side. Bro, I think that's on the South Carolina side. You go back further enough, like in the 1700s or something. But yeah, fifth through eighth cousin. Now you see how when you message them, it say fifth through eighth cousin, but before then, where it says distant relationship at first it said like third cousin, but I know my genealogy, so I know this. You feel me? Like, I knew that was cap, but that's why I put it as distant. Now 23andMe is more accurate, like sixth cousin. I mean seventh cousin, so that means we'll be related by a sixth great grandparent. But yeah, this one is from Ghana, from the Akan tribe. He's from the Akan tribe as well. And then this was the most surprising one. She's from Uganda. She said that she's Bantu, so I guess that's where the Southern Bantu, the 2% Southern Bantu, show up on the DNA test. At I guess that's where that come from. But then yeah, let me show y'all this. Okay, now this one right here, his last name is Diallo, so he Fulani, obviously. Him and my grandpa shared 12 centimorgans of DNA. I don't know where exactly he come from because yeah, he never replied back, but he most likely from Senegal though, I think. And then this one is from Ghana too. I talked to her. It's always the ones from Ghana on my grandpa paternal side. That's crazy. So I guess that's why that show up on my DNA test as the highest percentage a lot too. You feel me? It's Ghana. I mean, yeah, it's either Ghana and Igbo. You feel me? Like the Igbo side, but it's from Ghana too. It's from Igbo, fifth through eighth cousins, 9 centimorgans of DNA. Duo, duo, do you feel me? Yeah, y'all think this one from Ghana too. Oh, that's my battery. I hope getting dead. Let me hurry up and make this video though. Anthony Luco. I don't know where this last name traces back to. If you from Nigeria, bro, drop down in the comments where this last name come from, like which tribe. But yeah, from Nigeria. This cousin said her daddy from Ivory Coast, her mama from Ghana. She don't really know her daddy's side. She said she don't really know the tribe or whatever. Bowden, it's one Yoruba. Yeah, his first name was Yoruba. But he might be mixed with something else because you see the Benin and Togo and all that stuff was pretty high. This one, she from Ibadan, Nigeria. She Yoruba. That's crazy. You can trace it back to a specific side, man. This the last one. Uh, he's his dad is Cameroon. I mean, his dad is Igbo. His mama Cameroon. So I don't know if I'm related to his mama's side or his daddy's side, but I know that when I did an African ancestry maternal test on my grandpa, I traced back to a tribe in Cameroon, but I'm not gonna say which one because I might make a video on that one too. So
This is a Yoruba cousin that I was just showing that was from Ibadan, Nigeria. So she 85% Nigerian, 15% Benin and Togo.
all right, y'all, this the end of the video. You man, y'all stay blessed, stay prayed up, man. Stay healthy, love your family, all that. All right, now.